Well, we're back for free live tarot reading. So, my internet went out, then it came back on. How annoying is that? It is indeed annoying. Nomad Trees, thank you for your donation, whatever your question was. Let me know what your question was. I appreciate it, Nomad. Gregory, welcome. What is going on? We are doing the Power Outage Olympics over here. So, yeah. There's all of that. Greg, welcome. Ariana, welcome. We're back for part two. We're back for part two because apparently we can't have power in here for, a long time. So there you go. Tara, welcome. So Nomad Trees donated, and the gateway for the internet had problems rebooting. So, it's just one of those things. Anyway, I think I got this out before everything died. Anyway, so the basic idea, the question was, what is my spouse going to be like? And there you go. So there's your spouse is going to be like. Again, we'll review it. More of a friend, like me as a friend or not. Definitely more of a friend. So one of those, more of a friend than a relationship. So yeah, it is a friendship type thing. So, there you go. That's all you need. Well, the internet provider is actually not half bad. The problem is they keep cutting the line. So they ran the line in a residential neighborhood where they're doing a lot of construction. So like every week, somebody cuts the line. Anyway, pretty annoying, I have to say. Tara, thank you for hanging out with me. It's Cam. Thank you for hanging out with me as well. So, yeah, let's see about if Nomad joins again, if Nomad comes back or not. You never know. Nomad, thank you for your donation if you do come back. Diane, welcome back. Kim, welcome. How are you doing? Tara J is back. We are, I think we're back at least for a limited time. I think we're back. It's looking pretty good. So there you go. Amante, welcome back as well. All right, let's get that limited availability. I have no idea what's going on there. But anyway, yeah, there you go. There you go. That's all you need in life is the power to cycle every 10 minutes. As long as the power to cycle. Sage, advice shared. I probably did. Sage, what was your question? Let's get you there. Let's get you in here. And we got Nomad Trees as well. So let's get both of you in here. Sage advice share. Let me know what is happening there. Word Girl, thank you for your donation as well. The internet died, but we're back. So Word Girl, what was your question? So we got Sage advice shared, and we got Word Girl. All right. And Word Girl, and then we had Nomad Trees. So if everybody let me know what your question was, we will get back on track. We will get back on track. Christina, welcome. Thank you for saying hi. What is up? Philippe, thank you for the return there. Very cool. All right. But yeah, we had a power outage and the internet died out. And there's the Wednesday night drama apparently. All right, Word Girl, I got your question. What is coming from me in love? Word Girl, I hope you get all the love that you need. I hope you get tons of love. That's what you need. All right, let's see. All right, and Jay is my friend talking about me behind my back. All right, cool. We got you, Jay. Appreciate that. All right, let's see if we can recover this stream. That'd be great. That would be great if we could actually recover the stream after the power outage. So what is coming for me in love? What are we going to use? We're going to use a deck of cards, hopefully. Hopefully the decks of cards maintained their integrity here and we can keep going. And for this one, Tara, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. For this one, we are using, by the way, the ever so popular deck known as the Spacious Tarot. Victoria, welcome. What is going on? So good to see you. All right, Word Girl, what is coming for me in love? Word Girl, we got you covered. We got you covered. What is coming for you in love? Joyous Wonder, thank you for your donation as well. Appreciate you. Kim D, thank you for your donation. All right. Let's see what we're coming for. Word Go and Love. I have to actually write down these questions now because the computer literally took a dump. So there you go. All right. Joyous Wonder wants to know about love. And Kim D wants to know, when is my person coming? So we got to manually do this today. Kim D, when is my person coming? All right. I got it all written down. So what is coming for you, love? The Guardian of Cups. I think that we have a sort of this healthy relationship sort of thing happening or incoming. We're looking at that, this healthy relationship kind of thing. The Guardian of Cups sort of says that we have been a bit out of cycle or a bit out of sync a little bit as far as emotions go. Maybe we haven't gotten the emotions where we need it. Maybe we haven't gotten the strength of emotions that we sort of had needed before. The Guardian of Cups says everything sort of comes around in a circle, and the Guardian of Cups says things will steady, things will be a little better coming back into it. So Guardian of Cups does say that that's going to get better. Eight of Wands says that you do have, thank you, Boo Boo, I appreciate that. Victoria, let me know what your question is, and there you go. Well, thank you, Victoria, for the belated birthday. There you go. All right. All right, Sage Advice shared. I got your question now. We got to do all this manually because the program freaked out after the power died. So there you go. All right. So the Eight of Wands says you have movement, though. We have movement. It's almost like that we have to go out and meet someone, almost like that we have to go out and find something. We definitely have movement, a catch-up. It's like we need to catch up with something or catch up with a particular person in order to get sort of where we need to be, right? The Eight of Wands is sort of like, I need to navigate through, I need to find something, I need to get where where all of that goes. All right. And the Nine of Swords says that you do have some concern as far as love. It's sort of a bit of a, not really worry, but just of a bit of a concern of where do I need to go next? What is next? And the future is kind of this unknown thing. The Nine of Swords says the future is a bit hazy sometimes as far as when love goes and whatnot, but I think it's going to be okay overall. The Two of Wands, though, says that you have more control over love. You have more control over the relationships, over things that are coming in than sometimes that you think. You do have sort of a focus that you can get, and you do have some abilities as far as getting the love that you need, getting the things that you want going, and that is going to be sort of important for you. The Two of Wands is domain. It means you have some ability or some power over sort of what is happening with all of that. Montana, thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate you. We're having to do this by hand because the program freaked out after the power outage. So there you go. So it takes just a second for me to get all this by hand. All right. I have no idea who was next. Who was next? Tara. Okay, so Sage Advice shared. The ending of your reading was basically that A is interested in a friend at this time. They are a bit weird with relationships. They're super picky sometimes. They are very peculiar about a lot of different things, and they tend to leave relationships early, or at least they want to leave relationships early. So loving B, Sage Advice shared, the one that died in the power outage, that basically is the end of it. That just says that it's more of a friend thing. They want more of a friend thing, maybe love later, but they're definitely willing to sort of jump into things and see how it goes. But as far as like love, long-term love and all of that, they're not really too steady with all of that. So there you go. All right. All right. Let's see. Tara had a question. How about a general? Tara wants to know a general. Then we had Joyous Wonder. So, all right. J, Joyous Wonder, Love, Kim D. All right, these are going to be heavily out of order, and I apologize. I'm having to like manually do this now. So there we go. We're going to be a bit out of order. A bit out of order. So there you go. All right, Victoria, did you get a question in there? Let's see. Question is something. All right, Victoria, I got your question in the queue. I appreciate you. Again, we're going to be a little bit out of order because the program skids out and I'm having to do everything literally by hand. All right. So Cheryl, thank you. Thank you for your question as well. I appreciate you. All right. So I put Cheryl in the queue there. Okay. So let's go with Tara Hadley General. For the general reading, let's go to the tower number 2. And let's do the Manga Tarot. The Manga Tarot is a pretty good deck, I gotta say. Pretty happy with Manga Tarot. Not a lot of people, I think, are sort of adjusted to it quite yet, but I think overall that's a pretty successful tarot. It's difficult to do manga correctly. Sometimes it's a little bit over the top with the images and the graphics, but once you get going with it, I think this sort of quells the colors down a little bit, calms everything down, and ends up looking pretty good. So there you go. So Tara Hadley wants a general we will get. What are we looking for? 9 of Swords. I mean, it's all about trying to figure out where you are. I think sometimes you're not really sure as a relationship. Shades of Advice shares. Let me know what your question is. 9 of Swords says it's all about getting settled. It's all about trying to figure out where you are. I think a lot of times you're just kind of confused as to what I'm doing, where I am, where are we going. So what was your question? I forgot about you because the power died and everything went away. Everything went away. So there you go. But yeah, the 9 of Swords says that we're sort of all over the place, trying to figure out where we are in the grand scheme of things. The 3 of Cups does say that you're getting guidance, but that guidance could sometimes be not exactly where you need it. You know what I mean? Not exactly where you need it. We could be up in the air as far as that is concerned. Now, the 10 of Pentacles, though, the 10 of Pentacles is pretty important here. It says that overall, you're pretty much in a comfortable place where you sort of need to be. And the 10 of Pentacles points to ultimate goals, are getting the goals aligned, trying to figure out where you are in the big scheme of goals, in the grand scheme of goals. And I think that you sort of need to be on track with those. You are getting better at being on track with those, but that's going to be better overall. King of Cups says don't rely on your intuition too much. A lot of times there are things that happen where you need to be out and about. You need to get experience with something instead of using your intuition for it. So there you go. So sort of a generale there. All right. Now that we are completely randomized for almost everything on the channel, we are in randomization mode. Everything is up in the air. So there we go. All right. Soul, did you donate? Let me know what your question is if you donated. We're doing donations, and I lost everything when I rebooted. So there you go. All right. Still out of order, but we're getting her done. Getting her done. All right. Let's see. Okay. There we go. All right. SAS, will emailing the VP of my work unit be favorable for raised promotion? Should I look for something else? Well, let's see about that. KD, welcome. What is going on? KD, you missed the big power outage where everything went away. It vanished like literal magic. It was like literal magic. All right. Will emailing the VP of work be favorable to do all of that? So will an email be all right? Or should I not do that email at all? I don't know. You do gotta get her done. You do. Sometimes you just gotta wing it. You know what I mean? You gotta wing it and hope for the best and hope the power doesn't die again, because that was not optimal. That was not optimal for the stream, I gotta say. Well, we had a pretty good run. We've gone for months and months and months with no technical difficulties whatsoever. So I got to admit, even though we had one day technical difficulties, overall it's going to be all right. All right. So Soul, what if my new cat would be good, nice, breeding male? All right, Soul, I got you in the queue. We're way, way out of order though. So put up with me, have patience with me. Put up with me. We got to do everything by hand now, and it is literally up in the air. All right. So will emailing the work be VP be all right? Something. Let's wrap this. Be favorable for a raise. Okay, we're sure to look for another position. Well, Four of Swords, King of Cups, the Nine of Wheels. The Nine of Wheels says it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Entertainment purposes only, by the way. It just got to move on. The Nine of Wheels, it's time to put your investment, because I think that when you go to work, when you do the work, when you get things done, you're making an investment in the company, in your time. You're making an investment overall, and that's going to be important. The Nine of Wheels says, do you want to make the investment? Do you want to spend that with this company? Right? A lot of times you're just sort of wasting your time with the particular company. You're having problems getting that done. Nine of Wheels says, I'm putting a lot of effort into it, but I'm not really getting the results that I need. Now, the Ten of Cups, though, is reversed, meaning where you're at probably won't work out like you're thinking it will. You know what I mean? It may not work out like you're thinking it will. I think there is a bit of a problem with that, a problem getting that done. But if you're looking for where you want to go long term, I don't think the current company could be it. The King, entertainment purposes only, obviously. The King of Cups says you're not emotionally invested in the company anymore. I think that you've been waiting for this raise. I think you deserve the raise. I think that you deserve a promotion. You deserve something out of it. You've been working hard. You've been putting in the hours. You've been putting forth the effort. But the Four of Swords being reversed says you're not getting the respect that you need. You're not getting the notoriety that you need. It's like you're putting that investment, you're putting your time in, and you're not getting the rewards from it that you need in order to be incentivized and things like that. So there you go. Basically, it says move on. It says, so basically it's asking you the question. So sage advice here. Where do you want to be? Where is your goal? Where do you want to put your time and investment in? Is it with this company who can't bother giving you any attention back? Or is it with another company that can more appreciate you? Basically, that's what it says. Don't waste your time putting tons of effort into a company that's not going to have your back. You know what I mean? So there you go. All right, again, we're going way out of order. If you weren't here before, we had a power outage and the internet crapped out once more, because that's the way it goes this week. It is, that it knows the election is coming. It knows the election is coming, and it just wants to make sure and make it extra painful for me. That's just there. If you connection. Okay, Victoria, did you change it? Of course, how can Syrian view this connection with me towards relationships? Okay, let's see. What was your other? Victoria had you down for what? How CRS view this connection with me in a relationship. Okay. Let's see how this goes and see how that works. All right. Is a friend talking about me behind my back? Do they have my best interest in mind, or are they just going to stab me? Are they just going to stab me? The Hierophant kind of hurts on that, right? The Hierophant says they do have some agendas there. Queen of Swords says they could be stabbing you behind your back indeed. The Queen of Swords is the Cruella de Vil of the deck. It is the Cruella de Vil of the deck. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. You definitely could have that. This person is very concerned about how people look at them, what people think, how people view them. And they're willing to, make stuff up if that's the case in order to be in favor with some particular people. The Hierophant says that, yeah, they do have a little bit of the secrets a little bit of the secrets going, and the Five of Cups, they don't mind handing out the bad news. They're not shy with the bad news at all. So I do think actually that they are indeed talking about you behind your back. The Queen of Swords kind of seals the deal. You know what I mean? The Queen of Swords is just not one of the good cards. That is Corella DeVille. You've watched the videos. I know you have. That she doesn't have your best interest in mind. I'm sorry. I do think that they are talking about you behind your back. So confirmation right there. Entertainment purposes only. You know, don't go over and go violent on them and blame me. You know what I mean? So that is just entertainment purposes only. So there you go. It's Cam. Welcome back from the great power outage of 2020. All right. We have, let's see, what is the queue? We have like 6 in the queue. So there you go. If Nomad Trees comes back, we got 7 in the queue. All right. Joyous Wonder wants a love reading. How is that going to go? What is going to happen with that? For this one, we will use everyone's favorite, the Gilded Tarot Royale. That is indeed a fun one. I love the Gilded Tarot Royale. Everybody said that the card, I mean, on the best decks of 2020, this is going to be pretty high up there. I gotta say, for the best ones, this is going to be fairly high up as one of my favorites. I think everybody hates the card stock. I mean, that's all people talk about. But I love the deck. Just saying. All right. What are we doing with love? The Knight of Wands says there's not a lot. So Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I like your new graphic, Boo Boo, as well. You got Princess stuffed in there. You got Princess in there. Looking good. All right. So we have a bit of an inaction with love. It's almost like love is stalled out. Love is not going where we need to go. The Knight of Wands is an action card. It gets moving. It gets activated. Things happen when you see that Knight of Wands. And because it's reversed, we're just sort of stalling out almost as far as love. We've had some difficulty getting what we want. The Six of Wands is the Lord of Victory. And that is really what you need. Sid, let me know what your question is. Thank you for your donation, Darcy. Donating it to Sid over there. Let me scroll up and see if Sid has a question. Okay, I got a question for Sid. Sid, you're in the queue now. Thank you so much, Darcy, for the donation there. Appreciate you. All right. So back to the regularly scheduled programming. So it's almost like that we're not having a lot of luck there. The Six of Wands is the Lord of Victory. It's where everything goes right. You're being cheered on. Everything looks great. Everything is having fun. It is all good. And you're just not getting that feel a lot of times with the love relationships. The Seven of Pentacles says, I'm kind of concerned about wasting my time with love. What should I do with love? Who should I be spending time on that? Because if I don't have a lot of success, if I waste a lot of time, then I end up just not getting in a relationship and just I could be doing something better and doing something else. So you want to be careful of what you do with your time, wasting your time, checking it out, getting that done, right? The King of Swords says ultimately, you just want to be able to give into love. Just have something that's affectionate, beautiful, loving, and not have to worry about it, not have to deal with it, right? I think that's sort of coming. I think that you have that in the future. But for now, we're just having some difficulties getting what we need, getting that big thing that we need. No pun intended. You know what I mean? The big thing that we need. I mean, not the D. I'm just saying it could be anything. It could be anything. But we're just having difficulty sort of sometimes with all of that. All right. Kim D wants to know, when is my person coming? Let's check that out. By the way, we have 6 in the queue. So there we go. Sydney, I got your question written down. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. When is my person coming? I mean, we need a person for you. Let's go to Tarot 2. Whoa, what happened with all that crap? Let's go to Tarot Tower 2. And what in the world's happening with all of this? All right. It's one of those days. This is how my day feels. The drooping. This is a definite representation of how my day's going so far. But yeah, there is that. It's one of those. Have you ever had one of those days? Have you ever had one of those days where like nothing goes right? All right. So, all right. Let's go to Tower 2. Let's get a nice droopy feel here. And it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those. Going to be one of those. All right. Get that droopy feel. First thing I hear is the D. Tarot Goddess. The D is literally represents how this channel is going tonight. Just the D right up the rear. The D right up the rear is pretty much how the channel's going tonight. The power went out. We had to restart the stream. The camera is droopy. It's one of those. It's one of those. I'm waiting for the weekend so that this week is over. This week is over. All right. So by the way, we're using the Gregory Scott Tarot, which is fantastic. If you don't have this is now available on Amazon. It's pretty nice. It is pretty nice. So the Eight of Cups says, when is my person coming? They already left. They left somebody else. Your person has just left somebody else. And they're ready, they're ready to get into something different. They're ready for your relationship. I think they're coming pretty soon. They abandoned the relationship that they were in. The Page of Swords, they're looking to talk. They're looking to learn. They're looking to escape. They're looking to get some stuff going on. They just want to learn about somebody. They just want to get into somebody's head. They want to find a person that's going to be cool to talk to, going to be awesome to be with. The Two of Wands says that they're going to be searching very soon. I would say in the next 3 or 4 weeks, they are going to be searching. The Two of Wands is a searching card. It's domain. What does my life look like? How are things outside there? What can I do to increase the stuff? And the Four of Wands says they're looking for a home at this point. They're looking for a place to call home. They're looking for that lovely, beautiful Four of Wands field where everything works out. Everything is happy and wonderful, and we're dancing together. We're having fun beneath the chuppah or chuppah, however you pronounce it. So they're coming. They're coming soon. They abandoned somebody else. They're headed for you. They're looking for something serious, but they just want to learn. They just want to talk. They're going to be very talkative and very have a lot of questions. They want to get inside of your head to figure out what is going on and how things are going. So there you go. There you go. That is all you need. That is all you need. Okay. So what is the next question? We're having to do all the questions by hand tonight because why not? Why not? Why not? Reading title is gonna be Generala from Montana. For this, we're using the Tarot of the Unknown. Is it Libra season yet? When is Libra season? Aren't we in Libra season right now? Or will we be soon? I'm not really sure. Tarot Goddess, happy hump day. It's been a rough hump day for me, I gotta say. It has been a rough hump day for me. So hopefully it gets better this weekend. I'm telling you now, this weekend needs to be a whole lot better than what it's been this week. Looking forward to a nice weekend, nice relaxing weekend, you know what I mean? A general says it is all about, at this point, trying to get going. We've been stalled. It's almost like some people have been holding us back. We have been stalled. We haven't been where we need to be. It's time to get moving. It's time to get moving. It's time to get the action going and all of that. Cheryl, I still have your question in queue. Everything is out of order, Cheryl. Yeah, it's time to get going, time to get moving. And that's going to be something you need to get on. I think you're at a precipice where you need to see the big picture. I think that you have been lost in the trees, right? You can't see the forest because of the trees. We haven't been able to get things done. We're not able to see the big picture. And I think the big picture is on the way. And I think that you are coming into the big picture soon. And it's going to be a revelation to where you can really get into it and really sort of understand where that's coming. Because you're looking for emotional stability in a lot of different ways. Sometimes you're just not going to get it. Sometimes you're just having difficulties. Sometimes everything makes sense, but it's just out of order when it comes to emotion, when it comes to intuition. The Queen of Cups is all about that feel, all about getting the emotions in check and in action. But I think that's coming. I think that you're going to be okay with that. Again, it's time to get moving. Unless you get moving, you're not going to have the success that you need. The success that you need is behind a wall of work, behind a wall of movement. So you have to get moving in order to get into the state, into the end state that you're looking for, because the end state looks really good for you. You just have to take that first step, and that first step may be kind of rough sometimes. All right, Victoria. All right. Victoria wants to know, we are out of, by the way, if you have in the queue, we have 4 more in the queue after Victoria. And it is me doing it by hand because the little notifications are broken thanks to the power outage. So I got to do everything myself tonight, but that's okay. That is okay, because I think we're going to be all right. You know what I mean? Because all you need in life is a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. And I got to say, we've had months and months and months with no technical difficulties at all. So tonight is a bit of an aberration, but I think it is going to be a rare occurrence. I think that we're going to be okay. All right. All right. Let's see. How CRS view this connection with me in a relationship? Well, let's see about all of that, right? The Hierophant says that they're not very serious with it. They're not very serious with it. They're not at a point to where they like, to where they're super serious. I think they're pretty casual. They're sort of approaching it, a bit sort of laid back. It's not some huge thing. Flea Little Piggy, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. Get to your question. I'm in order kind of now. I'm in order a little bit. So there we go. All right. So Flea Little Piggy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And let's see. All right, I got your question in the queue. We currently have 5 in the queue. They don't take it very seriously. One of the problems that they're having is they have a lot of different weird things going on. They have some weird things. They have a lot of different things going on. The Queen of Pentacles are trying to get serious with other things, other matters. And they are, and sometimes they're just not too serious. They're just not ready for stuff as it goes. But if you're looking for something about viewing a relationship, again, looking at pretty casual, and they're willing to work with you. They're willing to go wherever we need to go. The Page of Needles, the Page of Swords is a very workable card. I think they have a bunch of different sides. One side is how they act in a relationship. Another side is how they act in a friendship. Another side is how they act in work. I mean, they have a lot of flexibility as far as their actions, their attitudes, and things like that. And that's not, consistent a lot of times. They're just not a consistent person. And the Four of Wands says they do want stability in some places. They do want a nice relationship. It's just, I don't think they're ready for it. I mean, we're just not ready for it in a lot of different ways for a lot of different reasons. So there you go. There you go. Not too serious, not ready for like a big relationship. Sort of a weird thing happening there. All right. By the way, that was the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. I absolutely love that deck. That is one of my faves. I gotta say, it is one of my faves. All right. So I do want to return to my tarot. We'll use my tarot for the next question. By the way, we have 5 in line. You aren't seeing any notifications. Because we had a power outage. Nomad Trees, what was your question? I got your donation. I just don't know your question. I just don't know your question. Baby cakes. Baby cakes. All right, MW, let me know what your question is. I want to check it out. So, why do I have such a short attention span job-wise? Well, you know, maybe you just need the right job. I don't know. I do want to use something I haven't used before. This might hurt. You know, when the power goes out, this might hurt indeed. This might hurt indeed, but that's okay. That is okay. All right, internship. Okay, baby cakes, we got your internship right here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, I win my state pageant I'm planning to participate in. Are you going to be in a beauty pageant, MW? Are you hot, MW? Is that what's going on? IT guy, welcome. What is going on? All right, internship, and MW wants to know something else. Okay. By the way, you will not see a pop-up because my program broke. My program broke because of the power outage. So there's that. So no notifications, and I have to write everything down by hand. So there's a slight delay and everything is out of order, but that's okay. We're going to wing it. The 10 of Cups, why do you have such an attention span? You haven't found what you like. The 10 of Cups is having fun, having this beautiful thing, having this tight relationship with what you need, what you want. You're looking for the perfect job. You're looking for everything to be absolutely perfect, and you just haven't found it. You're not in that spot. You just haven't found it quite yet. Mainly because the job that you want is a bit of a unicorn. I mean, it is looking great until you get in there, and then everything just sort of goes downhill. You find a lot of things you don't like, and it's a problem. You need to like your job enough to go to it. You need to be motivated. You need to find that particular job where, number one, people like you. You need to have support. You need to have people enjoying your company. If everybody hates you, if nobody will talk to you, that's a crappy job. You don't want to go to it. The second one is you don't want a job that is going to be like a factory where you're just stamping a chip onto an iPad or something over and over and over and over and over for 10 hours. You don't like those jobs. You want variety. You want something interesting. And the third, you want to be compensated for your talents. You don't want a job where they can't recognize your talents. You want something where they know what your talents are because they like you, they talk to you, and they put you in a position that represents where your talents are. That is going to be the job that you need. Unfortunately, that's a unicorn. That's very, very much a manifestation thing that you have to work on. But a lot of times you're just not getting one of those sectors of the job satisfied, and because of that, you're just not happy. You need something that fits all of those requirements. Basically, you just have to keep looking for that perfect job, get into it, and find that career choice that's going to give you all of those check marks, and then I think you will be pretty content with how everything goes. All right. We got like a lot of in the queue. So yeah, if you're out of order, I'm sorry. But we had a crash. And I guess it's Mercury retrograde. I haven't checked. I don't know. So internship, how is that going to go? You know, for this one, let's use the Shadowland Tarot. That is going to be nice. That is all you need. That is all you need in life is the Shadowland Tarot. I got to say, in my top 10 of the year, this is pretty high up there. I got to say, this is probably in my top 5, maybe at the 5th position, but it is in the top 5. How is it going to be on the internship? How's it going to go? Oh, I mean, the lovers, right? The lovers. By the way, video tomorrow explaining the numbers. of the majors. So if you're wondering what the lovers are, without looking at the number, you like the lovers, what number is that? I'll teach you tomorrow with easy memorization techniques. Watch for that video tomorrow. The lover says it's a good match. The internship works out. It is a good match indeed. The Seven of Cups, a lot of times you wish you were somewhere else because the Sun reversed says not everything goes perfectly. Not everything goes well. You do have sort of a couple of challenges as you get in there, right? But the good news is that it is a bit of a rebirth, right? It is a bit of a rebirth. By the way, this is judgment. See, this is why you need to watch the video because you'll know 20 is judgment. 20 is judgment, right? So that is going to be important for you to memorize that. You'll know tomorrow that 20 is judgment. But this is because all the cards a lot of times don't have the same graphics and representation of stuff. Anyway, but yeah, it's going to be fun. You're going to enjoy it. I think it's not going to be too bad. A couple of hiccups as you start, but overall, you will be okay. All right. So let's see. Next is Soul. After Soul, we got 4 more in the queue, and then we are out of here for the day because it has been a rough start today. Speaking of rough start with the internship, Haley missed. You didn't miss much because we crashed. The stream died. Speaking of which, are we still live on that other stream? When I have a power outage and it just dies, it'll stay live for some reason. I don't know why. Yes, it did. We got to delete it. Oh no, we have to delete it because it'll be live forevermore. So edit, delete. Is there a delete? No. More actions. Delete forever. I understand this is permanently deleted. Delete. All right. There you go. It is now nuked because it'll stay live for the rest of your life. Okay, so let's use a good tarot for this, by the way. A fantastic tarot for this would be the Playful Heart Tarot. Yeah, Haley missed. So we had a power outage, and on YouTube, if you don't end the stream properly, then it will continue to be live for the rest of your life. And it'll just spin the wheel at the very end of the stream when the power went out. It'll just spin the wheel forever. So you have to delete it because I don't know how to recover that. There's not really a good recovery. Anyway, Chloe, thank you. I appreciate that. Chloe, we're here every night unless we have a power outage. So come back and join us again. Chloe, hit that like and subscribe. If I should get a new cat, is that going to be a thing? Is that going to be advantageous for you to get into the cat thing? I don't know. I do know that we want to move the title down some. I don't know why the title is that high up, but okay. Wonder if my new cat will be a good, nice breeding male. 10 of Cups. It says yes. It says yes. The cat is a bit wild. I mean, it is a bit wild. It's not like a chill cat to where you're just going to hang out and the cat's going to be there and just stare at you. They're a bit wild. They like the climbing adventure. They like running around. They like having fun and playing. 8 of Swords, moving around, a lot of adventure, a lot of spontaneity to them. And that is going to be all right. Flea, yes, you are in the queue. You are 2 or 3 away, one of those. They have a lot of spontaneity to them, a lot of movement, a lot of activity with that. Now, the 7 of Cups, though, says they're just kind of picky sometimes. Like sometimes they're just going to reject your food. If you're actually trying to breed them, sometimes they'll be kind of picky with all of that. So it's kind of, they're just a rebel. They're rebel. 10 of Cups, though, you love the cat. You end up just falling. Look at that. Look how cute. Look how cute that is. Look how cute that. See that? You just love that kitty. You just end up just falling in love with the cat. It's not going to be a problem, but yeah, they're going to be all right. They're a bit wild. They're a wild child. That's okay. Some dudes are just wild children. And that's very much represents this particular cat. Yeah, a good cat tree. You definitely need one of the sturdy ones one of the sturdy ones with the sisal rope at the bottom. You need one of those. You don't want one of those flimsy cat trees because they are going to rip that thing down. It's going to be gone forever. You're not going to have a good day with that one. All right, Victoria and I are going to be friends for a while. Let's find out. Nothing says bad news like the Thoth, but that's kind of bad. Kind of a rough start to the night, I got to say. We're on part 2 of the stream. I think we should get real here and go with the Dark Mansion. The Dark Mansion. Are we going to be friends for a while? Victoria, I'm picky too when breeding. You gotta, if they smell bad, if they got bad teeth, you gotta hit the reject button sometimes. You just have to hit the reject button sometimes. All right, are we going to be friends forever? The Magician says, yeah, we're going to be friends. Magician's good. 9 of Cups. We have so many shared experiences together. We have so many good communications that we have together. And 9 of Cups says all of these shared experiences make us lifelong friends. Magician, we know what each other's about. We know what each other's are going to say a lot of times. Knight of Wands, sometimes we're just lazy with this friendship. Sometimes we just don't want to do things. Sometimes we just want to sort of relax and all of that stuff. The World, sometimes a friendship is a bit challenging too. Sometimes you just want to slap each other. You know what I mean? One of those slap each other days. You never know how that's going to go. But overall, we're friends for life. I mean, the Magician, we're friends for life because we're the same people almost. You know what I mean? We're the same people at the end of the day. We know each other. We know each other's habits. We have the same habits. We know what each other's talking about, what each other wants, what each other's thinking sometimes. We're just in sync. We're in sync. We have that synchronicity thing going. And, that's what life is all about. Life is all about being in sync and being there. All right, 3 questions left, and then we are out of here because it's a pretty rough day, I got to say. One of those pretty rough day, but overall, I think we had some fun on the channel. Again, it was a rough day, but we have had months of 0 problems on the channel. Months with no problems at all. We're due for a bit of a rough ride. We're due for one of those days, and today was it. Today qualified. Today said, it's Wednesday. Here is how the rest of the week is going to go. Let me crap out your internet yesterday, and today, let me crap out the power in the house. And if we do all of those things, we'll make up for all of those beautiful days we've had. We haven't had a technical problem since June. Since June? It has been a while. It's been months and months. Christy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's do the ending soon screen here. There we go. All right, so we got the Wizard's Tarot because that is a nice little tarot. I gotta say, where are we going with this? How does Parker feel about me? Well, the Knight of Wands into the 6 of Wands into the 5 of Swords. I think we have a high expectation. We have good expectations. We think things are going to go well. We think things are nice with that. But at the end of the day, I think we're kind of challenged with it. The 5 of Swords is the Lord of Defeat. It points to ultimate challenges happening. In other words, it's kind of going, a bit not the best way, not in the best that we can have. It seems that Parker has other love interests in mind. So maybe you're on the list, but we do have some conflict. We do have some love interests in mind. I think that you really like Parker, but you sort of feel that maybe there's something that's not quite 100% with that whole thing. But as far as how they feel about you, they like talking to you. They like being around. They like sort of where you're at and what is happening with all of that. But it's just this inactivity or this inability to move forward a lot of times that is sort of holding us back with that. Again, they have other love interests in mind. Ultimately, you're going to be challenged. Ultimately, you're going to be kind of challenged to get this into the next level or get this into something better, something that goes forward. So, no, it's not it's not Porker, it's Parker. So yeah, we do have some challenges with Parker. Parker likes other people. I mean, Parker is a fan of the hugs and kisses, and maybe from a variety of different people. So we just have that a bit of a wandering eyes thing going down. You know what I mean? Well, no pun intended with going down. All right. So we got this one, and we got Christy at the end of all of this. Again, I'm having to do this by hand. It is Mercury retrograde, I think. So there you go. I'm trying to break an ongoing 4-year pattern with myself. It's like Groundhog Day repeating cycle. I feel like going mad. What is the answer? What is the answer? Let's return. Let's return to the Waterfall Tarot because it's one of those nights. It is one of those nights. No, they did not say Porker. They said Parker. Maybe Peter Parker. You don't know. Maybe Peter Parker the Spider-Man. It could be. It could. You know what? Let's just make this the deck for the rest of the night. We're just doing Waterfall Tarot readings tonight. It's one of those Mercury retrograde nights. So this is how it is going to go. Let's get a little water in us. Get a little water. Okay. So, what was the question? How do we break up a pattern? Well, it's all on you. It is all on you with this pattern. It's sort of your fault. I mean, but you should have figured that out. That's why you're asking the question. The 5 of Pentacles. I think you like the pattern. You like the pattern. This is all about choices and decisions and balance. The 2 of Pentacles, we're balancing things. We're trying to get decisions made. We're trying to do things the best that we can, but we end up in a crappy situation because we haven't evaluated it well. I think you like the pattern. You like it. You like the end result, which is, I don't know, whatever the end result is, you like it. You like the pattern. You enjoy going through the motions. There's not really an end game here. Like in the Avengers movie, there's not an end game. You like where it ends up and you keep doing it. It is all about the choices that you make. You end up in the same pattern. Maybe the pattern isn't optimal sometimes, but you enjoy the process, meaning not the result, but the process of going through the pattern. You enjoy it. I mean, that's obviously why you keep choosing the things and keep getting into it. The 8 of Swords says you feel stuck, but you're not really. You can make different choices. We can get this. We can make a different choice, turn it on its head, turn it sideways, do something. But the Ace says that there's enjoyment there. There is peace there. There is a familiar pattern to that there that we have the choices that come into that and seem to make it possible. But anyway, so Flea doesn't like. Flea, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you what the cards say. I'm telling you what the cards say, Flea. We have enjoyment. We have the Ace of Cups. I'm starting something. I'm doing something that I enjoy, that I resonate with, that has an emotional connection to me. I'm making decisions that end up in a state where it needs to break or it needs to be something different. So we have the decisions with that, and then we end up in a sort of this negative situation. But we feel stuck, we feel trapped, we feel chained to this particular thing, and, we just feel chained up. We don't feel like we have a lot of choice, a lot of variety within here. So that's basically what it's saying. So, sorry, I mean, that is what the cards say. That is what it is saying here. So the 4-year pattern, it seems that if you make the different choices, if you alter the pattern, if you alter that, then you can break it indeed. So make sure to make different choices. Make sure to break the pattern. It is something that's caused by actions or by decisions. So just make sure and change those decisions and therefore change the end result, right? What is the old quote? Doing the same things over and over and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. Is that it? Is that the quote or something like that? I don't know. Maybe the card's in retrograde. It could be. I mean, it is one of those days. I got to say, it is one of those days to go with that. All right. And the last reading is going to be Christy. And before Christy, we have MW. Will I win my state pageant? Going into the contest. Nothing says contest like the Thoth Tarot. So let's get a little shuffle in here and get her done. Get it done, because that is all we need at the end of the day, is a little bit of Thoth love. Thoth love. Yes, we have to break the pattern. We have to make different choices, make the changes required to get out of that. But there is some level of enjoyment involved with there. But anyway, it's just tarot cards at the end of the day. It is just tarot cards. All right. Will I win my state pageant? What can I expect? The Sun card. I think the amount of effort that you put into it basically rewards you with the end state, which is good. We have the Sun. The Sun is going to be excellent news for winning the pageant. It is linked in, it is mixed in with the Ace that really points you to your action, your activity. It's almost like the more that I get into this, the more I put into it, the better result I get. Obviously, any pageant, any contest, the more effort that you put into it is going to be good, is going to end up quite well. But basically, this is take that activity, take that action, and I do see you winning. We have the Sun bringing in, good news, bringing in light, shining light on the activity that you're doing. In other words, the amount of activity is linked to the Sun because it's right next to it, shining the most light here. You do have the reward for doing well indeed. At the end, you do make some mistakes. There are a bit of a drama at the end of it. So there you go. We do make a bit of mistakes. We do have a bit of a drama at the end of it. But overall, this is beautiful reading, especially for Thoth. The Thoth just, sort of hammers down one of those readings, but the Thoth does the job. And, overall, you have a great time and everything turns out quite well. Focus on these, and there you go. It is looking great. I do think that you do end up in the success category. So there you go. All right. All right, let's see. What do we have next? I think we have Kirsty. We are out of here. It has been one of those nights. It's kind of fun, though. I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate all of you. And we gotta get you a little time out there. A little time out. You just gotta sort of chill out, take a deep breath, and come back later. We appreciate you being here. You gotta take a deep breath some days. Some days you just gotta relax. You know what I mean? It is an entertainment platform. All right, what are we doing here? Christy, welcome to the stream, by the way. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't hit like and subscribe, I appreciate you doing so. Tomorrow, we have a video teaching you how to memorize the major numbers. Very easily indeed. In only 10 minutes. So there you go. MW, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. It is all about trying to find control. I think you've lost control, Christy, of a couple of things. We've lost a bit of command, a bit of control. And we're trying to sort of, get back on top of that. Because there's some movement involved. There are some things happening where we need to be. And the Chariot says, getting moving on that is going to be very important. Monica, we are done for the night, but I'm here every single night, Monica, at 6:30 p.m. Central. But yeah, the Chariot says that we have to get moving, have to get some activity on that. But the loss of control sort of sets us back sometimes. It's like we don't really have the command. We don't really have the driver's seat. And we need to in this particular matter, because sometimes other people may not have our best interest in mind and all that stuff as well. I think you have some love coming. You have a love interest sort of coming in. The Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance. It is talking about more of an air sign because it's right next to old Capricorn over here reversed. It's sort of like a love interest that could be from the past. So this is what we're looking at with the Devil. Isn't something that worked out well. It's something that did have a bit of conflict associated with it. But we do have somebody coming back that was a love interest from the past. Is that good or bad? It depends on how you treat them or how you feel about this particular person, but they are definitely sort of headed back. Again, a lot of activities you need to get moving on. You don't have the driver's seat. Getting that back is going to be important, because as you get moving on some of these other activities, if you do not indeed have the driver's seat, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some problems because, again, not everybody has the same ideas and the same goals as you. So it's always better. It is always better to be in the driver's seat whenever humanly possible for those particular matters. But anyway, that is the end of our stream. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for putting up with the power outage, and